Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a general spread for the collective highest good. This reading may be a little bit long. I hope that it's not too long, but there's a lot that I guess needs to be covered in this reading. So with that being said, welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here, for your support. When I was going through my cards, they asked me to pull out these two cards for two different reasons. This is the World card, and this is the Moon card. But before I got this card, I was seeing the Moon in this energy, or in this card. So anyway, this card represents the world and the current condition that it's in right now, right? This card represents the state of the world right now. The condition of the world is, it's dark, it's gloomy, it's full of illusions. So the world is under a state of illusion, and it's in a very dark place, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, something like that. I'm also getting lilies in the valley. Something about there's lilies in the valley. I don't know what that means. Could be a song, but the lilies in the valley. Anyway, we're going to start off with these two cards. I'm going to clarify these and see what comes out. Take it how it resonates and don't force it to fit if it's not your story. But the state of the world right now is complete darkness. People are living in illusions. They're under illusions. They don't know which way they're going. Like, it's just a lot of confusion, right, in the world right now. People don't know what to believe, who to trust, what to do, or how to trust their own intuition. So we're going to be talking about the state of the world, in a sense, in this reading. All right, the conditions of the minds of the people of this world. All right. Can you clarify this for me, please? What is the state of this world, and what is this illusion that the world is under right now? Show me what I need to see, please. The state of the world and the illusion. All right. What's the conditions of the world right now? What's the state of the mind of those that live here? We have the Four of Cups. Okay, overall energy. I just heard lost and confused. A lot of people in the world are lost and they're confused. They don't know which way to go. They don't know what to believe, okay? Clarify the Moon. Three of Cups. Clarify the Moon. The Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Nine of Swords. Some people know what's really going on, and some people don't. Some people is aware that the world is going to shits, or that the world is a mess, or that things in the world need to change, things like that. But other people don't have a clue as to what's really going on in the world. They're so clueless about what's really going on because they're always distracted by something else. Like they don't understand what's the Nine of Swords got to do with all these cups in this reading. What's the Nine of Swords? Temperance in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. This is giving that people don't have time for themselves or their families. It's like people are so caught up in the illusion of a relationship that okay, so people seem to get caught up in the wrong things. They get caught up in things like material wealth and material things. They don't really understand the value of family. Like, so many people's families have been destroyed or torn apart because one person or some people in the family didn't know how to respect or treat the other persons. It's like the way to create chaos and confusion for the entire world The way you create this kind of chaos is by destroying a family. You separate the mother from the father. You separate the children from the parents. You make the parents go out and work for a living, and you put everybody in a situation where there's no time for nothing but, you know, what they got to do for work. Like, their focus seems to be everything else but family. So it's like, in order to destroy the world, you have to separate the family structure. You have to put distance between the mother and the father and the children. And then you have to put one person out there in the field that goes to work every single day and comes home to a broken family. Like, this is like a broken family situation. The family is not together here. Somebody's family is not together. The families are not together. There's no mother, there's no father, there's no grandparents, there's no uncles, there's no aunties, there's no relatives that can really help each other. Like, everybody's going through the same thing. Like, the family is like separated. There's no family get-togethers, no family functions. If there is a family function or a get-together, there's always some mess going on or something like that. I don't know. Some of y'all could be going to a family function. Some of y'all could be invited to a family function with the Four of Cups energy. There may be some kind of invite to a family get-together. Maybe somebody wants to get together with you and your family. Maybe somebody in your family left and they want to come back. The state of the world seems to be imprisonment of the mind. Mental imprisonment seems to be the condition of the world. People are mentally trapped in their own heads, mentally stuck and confused, something like that, right? The Empress and the King of Cups with the Two of Cups. All I keep getting is that the family structure, the one that was created to bring forth abundance and to create generational wealth, those family structures don't exist in the world. You rarely see a family or a generation of people still living in the same family, like still gathering as family and loving each other and supporting each other. You don't have that anymore. People are in it for themselves, or they only care about themselves. I don't know. It's just like people are being selfish and greedy, or some type of like dysfunctional family I'm also getting. This could be a dysfunctional family. I don't know. Anything else? Look, the Seven of Cups and the Hermit. Let me get some index on this, because this is supposed to be clarifying why the world is the way it is, why the world is in this condition. Well, the condition of the world is the way it is because there's no family structure, there's no family abundance, there's no real connection here. These are like connections that we have with people that are toxic or unhealthy for us. We make decisions based on how we feel, or we don't listen to our intuition. So we get ourselves entangled in these kind of situations, or the world has gotten itself entangled in these kind of situations. And nobody here seems to really have proper guidance, or there's no. So basically, like I said, the family structure would be a mother and a father raising a family together. And outside of them, there's parents, grandparents, uncles, and aunties, a family, a real family structure. But we don't have real family structures in the world today. A lot of families are separated. Their homes are, they're not married. They have kids by multiple partners. It's just dysfunctional. There's a lot of dysfunctional families here. Like all the family family examples are like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no functioning household. There's nobody to support the other person. People are kind of doing it by themselves. Like there's no support here. There's no community. There's no dysfunctional family is what I'm getting. Dysfunctional family. The family structure has been destroyed, and all we have now are dysfunctional families. I don't know. Anything on the world right here? Lilies in the valley. Somebody's grandmother could be named Lily. The Two of Wands in reverse. Somebody could have a grandparent named Lily. Your name could be Lily. You could be named after your grandmother. There's nobody to carry on the family bloodline. So if all the families are being torn apart for whatever reason, there's nobody here to carry on the family bloodline. A whole generational family is killed or destroyed, and there's nobody to continue the family legacy or to carry on the family name. People are not having children anymore. People are not in same-sex relationships and can't have children or something like that. It's like this, the order of the family structure has been destroyed. The image of what a family is or was is no longer the way it is. People are not getting married anymore. People are not having children anymore. People are not together anymore. Like everybody's doing their own thing. There's no connections being made. So how do you create a new world when there's nobody in a relationship, when there's nobody here to procreate, to be fruitful and multiply with? If everybody is with the same sex, or if everybody is single and alone, or if everybody is dealing with a dysfunctional situation, how do we create a new world if everybody is in this energy? How do we manifest or rebuild the world a better place if we're all in the same energy? Somebody has to be the one in the family to break this curse and learn how to create a better family structure or recreate the family, like rebuild the family. So the world is going to shit because there's no family lineage being carried through. Family bloodlines are being destroyed. People are starting to be isolated and alone, or they're not getting involved with anybody else. Like they're just not living their life. So the world's condition is based on our decisions to be alone, to not support and take care of each other, or to not, I don't know. Somebody doesn't want to connect with anybody. They want to be alone. How can you be fruitful and multiply if you're doing it alone? How can the world be a better place if nobody's willing to help each other? You know, something like that. The Tower, I'm telling you. People are out here living in a world where the world is falling apart and shit is going to hell, and nobody seems to care about what's really going on. All they seem to care about is what they got going on in their life, or, you know, whatever this is. But it's like, how are we going to create a better world where everybody can be at peace and live a healthy life if we're all living this lifestyle where, you know, I don't know, we have no morals, no values? This is a demoralized world. People don't have any values, any morals, any standards, any conditions. They don't love themselves. They're lovers of themselves. This is in this Bible. This is scripture. People in the world are lovers of themselves. They lust after their own desires. And they create illusions for everybody else. Ten of Wands. What is this about? Make this make sense. The Force is with you. Political officers, Jedi Master, mind manipulators. master magicians, political officers. These could be political figures as well that run the world. So the political figures of the world have destroyed the world's. So what God created was good. God created a world where we could all live in peace. But people of power have taken over the world, and they've created a mess by allowing people to do as thy will, or whatever this is, granting people permission to do certain things that are ungodly in the sight of God. So the world has been destroyed based off our own lusts, sins, and desires. We have destroyed the world, and we have made it into something that it wasn't supposed to be. Or we've allowed others to do so. I don't know. This is like a deep reading here. So, sex trafficking. Baby, listen. Religious leaders. The religious leaders of the world. Those who were supposed to be setting the example of a godly person, or what it's like to walk with God in a way that God intended, have taught us ways that are ungodly, that have separated us from the Most High, who is now looking at the world, and he's trying to decide if he's going to even create a new world for us, because we honestly don't deserve to have this, because we don't know how to take care of what we already have. We've already destroyed one world, one planet. So why would God give us another planet to live in, or another place to live, if we can't take care of where we are right now? So it's like he's asking himself, what do I do with this mess that has changed the world from how I created it to be into a better place? How do I get rid of these people that have destroyed the world and changed it from what I created to be? I didn't create my people to be this way, or I didn't create the world for it to turn out this way. I gave you dominion over the world to create a life for yourself and others, not to destroy each other and take what was theirs and make it your own. These people have destroyed the earth, and God is angry and upset. And he's calling judgment on these political figures, religious leaders. He's punishing them for their crimes they committed, the things they've done to us, how they turned us against ourselves and each other. Like, God is about to come in and bring balance to restore what was destroyed by the enemy, and remove these religious factors and leaders out of offices so they can't control the world anymore and take away their power. Being forced to face themselves. Shadow work forces you to see yourself in hell. These people are going to hell. Functioning addicts. They're junkies, possessed with demons, demonic spirits. So basically what the Most High is saying is that Satan has ruined the world that he created for his children to live in peace. He's allowed people a position of power to have access to certain gifts that they were not supposed to have, and taught them things they were not supposed to know. So the things that Satan taught these people who now stand in political positions of power have mastered the mind of manipulation. So they use the tricks of the enemy to manipulate the world, to possess them with, or allow them possessions that keep them consumed with themselves, unaware of what's going on around them. So these people are going to be destroyed so that the world can be a better place for us all to live in peace, all right, and to come back together again. So that is what God is planning to do. And I've been getting this galactic message from galactic beings about what's about to happen in the world. They say that aliens will be here in about 3 weeks. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is a chariot. They would transport here through chariots. They would travel through the universe to get here, basically. So if this is the Galactic Federation coming in to bring in judgment on the world based on what they've been doing, they are this close to making a decision about how they're going to execute their plans. They may give some of you opportunities to get away from these situations so you're not in the way of destruction when it comes. But if you choose to stay there, then you're going to get the same, outcome as these people are going to get, right? I don't know. So follow your intuition and trust your intuition on this one, because a lot of y'all getting downloads from spirit about what's going to happen to the world, to these people, to bring in balance and restore order. A lot of things have to happen here to do this. So it's going to be a lot of damage being done to correct or to restore balance here. A lot of people are going to be kicked out of offices. A lot of people are going to lose their positions, like PD that's being spotlighted right now for being a sex trafficker, for doing ungodly things to children and shit like that. So he's under judgment for that right now. But there's other people involved besides him that are going to get punished the same way or exposed as well. These are the enemies of the world. These are the people that hijack your brain and hack into your mind and control you with devices and distractions and shit like that. Demonic energies, vampire spirits. So the world is being judged based on the 7 deadly sins. So the 7 deadly sins are greed, lust, pride, sloth, wrath, envy. There's 2 more. I don't know them by heart, but there's 7 deadly sins. So these demon-possessed political figures that rule and run the world are possessed with demonic energies that give them power to control the mind. So it's like the world is being mind controlled by by people possessed with demonic spirits. They're under demonic possession. So they use mind control to control the world. You know what I mean? That's why the world is in this condition. Look at that, 7 of Cups, control options, mind manipulation. I can't make this shit up. Illusions of choices. So basically, the powers that used to be, have been using mind games and spell work on the collective to create illusion of choices you really don't have. All you have is the choice where you have the lesser of 2 evils. The choice is not really a choice. The choice is the same outcome. No matter what you choose, the outcome's the same. The choice is an illusion. Okay? You have to use discernment here. The choice you think you have is an illusion. You think if you vote this person versus that person, that person will make the world a better place. That's what you believe to be true. So you may put your vote in for that particular person just to find out that that person is just as wicked and evil as the other person is. They just cover it up differently, or they hide it better, you know? So you're going to have to use discernment when you're using your right to vote or your freedom of choice, and choose the right candidate and make sure that what you're choosing is what's best for you, because the choice is an illusion. There is no real choice here. Ascended masters, spiritual authority. Oh, wow. Anything else to wrap this up? I'm not going to stick too much to this reading. A mystical healer and a mystical teacher, Christ consciousness. So these mind manipulators that rule the world have been coming after true healers of the world, trying to block our paths so that we can't teach the world what's really going on, or show the world what's really going on, but with using our gifts. So psychic healers, mediums, teachers that have divine knowledge, that try to teach others. You won't be able to teach everyone or reach everyone. Some people are so far gone in the illusion that they created for this world that they cannot see past the illusion. So if you can't reach somebody with the truth, or somebody who doesn't want to receive the truth that you're giving them, you can't make them see what they're not ready to see. Okay? So that's where you have to make a decision to cut that person off, let that person go and move on. Right? We got a dangerous path ahead. We got next. and they must be terminated. So these religious factors, leaders, political officers, whatever you're going to call them, people in high positions, they got to be terminated. They got to be destroyed. It's the only way to make the world a better place. You can't put new fertilizer in old soil and expect something different to come out of the ground. You're going to have to separate the wheat from the tares oh. So basically, the wheat and the tare have to be destroyed together. And in order for you to survive, only the strong will survive. So at this point, everything looks like it's the same. Like when you plant wheat and the tare grows with it, they look identical. So it's hard to separate the two. So when the harvesters come to collect the harvest, they're going to collect the wheat with the tares. And they're going to separate the wheat from the tares with the sifting of the fire. So whoever survives through the fire is the one that's going to be chosen. The one that doesn't survive will be cast into the fire. You know what I mean? So if you're connected to any of these people, if you are dealing with something like this, you have to separate yourself from the tares in order to not be destroyed with the tares. Does it make sense? I hope it makes sense. All right. You got to separate yourself from the world. You got to be of the world and not in the world, or in the world but not of the world. You can't live your life like these people live their life. You can't do the things they do and get away with it. You've been chosen for a higher purpose. So you have to walk the spiritual path. You can't be distracted by the world's chaos and confusion. You got to be present in the moment, you know. This is Judgment Day. I'm getting terminated or terminate them. The movie Terminator is going to be significant. The vision that she had about the world Judgment Day, Sarah, whatever her name is, she was being tracked by a terminator who wanted to terminate her so she wouldn't give birth to her son, who would change the world for the better. So in order for him not to be born, he had to be terminated. But the terminator who came to protect her saved her from being terminated, and he was able to be born into the new world and create a better, you know, that story. But that's what I'm getting. In order to create a better place for us to live in peace, the enemy has to be destroyed. They must be terminated. All right? Don't be afraid of the dark. You are the light. So as it's your duty to be the light in the world and to walk amongst the darkness to bring in balance and duality. Meditate to get grounded. You are a seer. You see into the future. Archangel Michael protects you. You have unlimited power, and you also have spiritual authority. So you have the spiritual authority to cast out demonic spirits, to reject the enemy, to protest against violence, to stand in truth and power, and to be honest with with whoever you're trying to connect to. You have the authority within you to cast out demonic spirits. Okay? You are a mystical healer. You have the power to heal. But everyone you choose to heal may not want to be healed. So you have to rebuke that energy that doesn't want to be set free and healed, and let it be where it wants to be, right? Some people you're going to have to reject and rebuke them if they come in negative energy, and you can't redirect their path. If you can't save them, let them go, you know? That is your duty, to let them be where they want to be. You can't save everybody, and you're not meant to save the whole world. Everybody won't be saved. Everybody has the choice of free will. Everybody got to save themselves, all right? You are a conscious leader, and you have spiritual ranking, and you have spiritual power and gifts, and you have to use those gifts and powers, but with much power comes much responsibility, okay? So use your gifts wisely, you know? Don't pour into an empty cup. Don't try to save everybody. Oh, that is the message. For some of y'all, this masculine energy got to save themselves from destruction. And this is mostly the masculine's energy that I'm picking up on that is in danger of being destroyed on a permanent basis. They're the one that's destroying the family structure. They're the one that's been led astray. They're the ones that need to wake up from the illusion they're in and stop being deceived by the devil. They're the ones not walking in their truth. They're not living out their purpose. They're the ones not fulfilling their contracts. So the feminines are not being judged the way the masculines are being judged. The political figures that they're talking about are masculine and feminine energies. They're the ones being judged. The feminine energy is not being crucified or judged or misjudged anymore. You're being put in the position of power, okay? Something like that. So the masculine's under judgment for the most part. They're the ones that needs to ascend now. So the masculines need to ascend now. If they don't ascend now, they won't be able to ascend later. They have to surrender to the divine. These masculines got to surrender. They got to give up their, they got to let go of this pride and ego. And stop giving into temptation. These masculines are the ones that are being cast out as being possessed with demonic energies, rather being called out as being possessed by demonic energies. They're the ones that's under judgment. They're the ones that accepted the offer, basically. They're the ones that got the seed, something like that. They're the ones that stopped moving forward. So the masculine energy is the one that's trapped in the matrix right now. The feminine is not trapped in the matrix anymore. The feminine has freed herself from the matrix. It's these masculines that's still caught up in the matrix that need to be freed. So they're getting help from spirit to rescue those that want to be saved. So for those that want to be saved, the masculines that want to be saved, help is on the way for you. For those of you that don't want to be saved, good luck. You know, good luck with that, okay? Yeah, for those of you that want to be saved, help is on the way, masculines. For those of you that are ready to cut out this toxic behavior, whatever this is, you're going to get help from spirit to get away from this energy. But for those of you that still want to straddle the fence and go back and forth and block your blessings and stay where you are, then good luck with that, all right? Stay where you are, all right? I'm just saying, because the warning goes out to everybody to hear the message. Everybody will hear the message. Everybody won't answer the call. For those that choose not to respond to the message in the right way, then judgment is on them, okay? And not you. So the 7 deadly sins is what I'm getting with this. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. He will bring in vengeance, and he will bring in balance, and he will destroy those in this world that need to be destroyed. And he will not take lightly what they've done to those for others, right? So my spiritual light workers, my spiritual beings, the ones that know who you are, the ones that have power from source, God, spirit, to change the world and make it a better place. We are being put to the task of doing our due diligence to save who we can, but at the same time, cut off those who don't want to be saved and have no regrets about it, all right? And you have the power to cast out demonic spirits. Don't be afraid of demonic energies. You walk in the darkness and the light. You balance both. So don't be afraid of your gifts, okay? We got next and you got this, all right? Love and light to you all, and namaste.